Hey, good morning, everyone. Pastor Vicki here with Pastor John for this week's Discover Verb. Now, Pastor John, you said that we are all talented.
Yes.
So my question for you today is, how do we use our talents?
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. We're all talented. Despite what my teachers told me in junior high, God has equipped and gifted each and every one of us with gifts. That's what we were really hitting in the sermon. But I think the big thing for us to remember is that the gifts that we have are meant to be in service to one another. I touched it briefly in that passage from 1 Peter, but that's really what it's supposed to be. As we are out using our gifts and being good stewards of our gifts, it is supposed to bless our neighbor, to serve one another. It's not necessarily for our pure glory or our pure satisfaction as much as it is to really be a blessing to someone else.
Okay, so my favorite question, how do we do that in the 168 hours of the week?
Okay, so that's a loaded question. And I wish I could tell us all exactly how to do it.
Yeah.
But obviously it's going to vary with the different gifts and the different talents and the different opportunities we have. Individually it's going to vary. But I do think there's a challenge that I'd like to give us all for this next week ahead. And it kind of comes in that same spirit of humility that Paul was talking about in Romans 12, that we don't think too highly of ourselves, and kind of combating that notion that we have in our world and in our culture that, whenever we do something, even if we don't want it, we tend to get recognition for it, right? Even if you're not seeking it, someone says thank you or how much they appreciate it, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that, but we want to be making sure that we're also not seeking just validation or glorification in our acts of service and our stewardship of our talents. So what if we tried this week? What if everybody, in their own skill set and their own talents and their own opportunities, what if you find a way this week to bless somebody, to be a blessing, to be an encouragement to somebody else, but I want you to do it anonymously.
Ooh, that's a good one.
They can't know it was you, and even if they ask if it was you, I guess I'm saying
don't lie.
Don't lie,
right.
But try to avoid that as much as possible. But really see what happens not so much in their lives, but what happens in your own heart when you give something or do something for somebody without being asked or without them even knowing about it whatsoever. I think we start to see that we find that passion and that kind of desire for what God can do with our gifts and our talents in His kingdom.
Oh, that's a great challenge. I like that one. It's because it's serving people right where they're at for them.
Yep.
And their relationship
Absolutely.
with God. That's great. So there you have it. It's short and sweet this week. Is however you are talented and wherever you are this week, serve someone anonymously, not for our glory, but for God's glory and that person's benefit. And just see how the Holy Spirit uses that anonymous gift to bless them. Well, you guys have a great week, and we'll see you in worship.